time, sir?
Finally, the new spawn has awoken. What a momentous day. I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn... hang on. Spawn number...
9?
0. I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order. Another ironic one? Great. No, you may call yourself the Grim Reaper, as that is what you are. Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4, the Sun County Wine Region. I know what you are thinking, and yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff. As it is your first day, try to get to know the system, and do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor, you see? Right, yes. You misunderstand. The people are already in life-threatening situations. You choose the ones you save, and the ones who you do not. Remember, the fate of the world lies in your hands. Humans march towards the great dying. They always teeter on the precipice, creating endless chaos. We keep humans from falling off. We establish the equilibrium and keep the chaos in check. For that reason, your actions will have consequences. Because someone has to. Come along. I will now show you your workplace. One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed. 1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
What ho, customer! Welcome to Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium. As ye may guess, I am Mortimer, the Mortimer, the one you may have heard of. The famous, nay, infamous Quartermaster. Why, I was the very Pirate King of lore, feared across the world. Even as I have grown most humble with age, I still carry within me glory days. Aye, ye are visiting me ultimate dream, the Emporium. Browse at your will.
Oh, the new Deathspawn. Welcome. How was your first day? Regrettable, but also natural. You do this work for the greater good. Remember, lives are on the line. I see exactly one person perished today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice? Indeed, I am glad you are paying attention. In the future, I may require you to make more difficult choices. Such is the unfortunate, indisputable, incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Questions? You are to mark the profiles I send you with the marker of death, choosing who lives and who dies. Afterwards, you fax the files back to me. Any specific daily requirements will be noted in the letter. Not that difficult, yes? A new day awaits. Off you go now.
Jolly Roger! Again ye honor me tiny abode with your visit.
Grim, how was the second day on the job? It saddens me to hear that. So, did you follow the rules properly? Great. Yes, everything looks to be in order. Continue the good work and do not let tough choices get you down. Nope. Rest well. You will need it. See you soon.
Prepare for a perilous adventure on the ocean of quality merchandising.
Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel? Probably some of the psychic residue left over from the creation. Making a death is not simplistic alchemy. Now, let me take a look at the files you sent in today. Right. Everything looks to be in order. You have followed the rules and marked the correct amount of profiles. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Lady Portington. Okay, Grim, about your payment, which I may have forgotten about earlier. Of course, we take our worker satisfaction levels very seriously. The contract stipulates that every death gets a fair salary based on their performance accuracy. Marking profiles correctly is the most important task. If you mark more or less than necessary, you will not get your fee at all. Errors in secondary tasks will reduce the total, even if the primary task is executed correctly. There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
Ah, 'tis wondrous marvel. Once upon me and me crew sailed the southern seas and came across an accursed lighthouse. Plundered the lot of it, even the mirrors. Built the frame from beautiful driftwood washed ashore from the ship we rammed into. Covered it in all gold, too, course. Aye, a proper beauty.
Grim, there you are. Let us be quick. All the profiles are here, just as requested. Excellent work. You even adhered to my little test note. I commend you for exhibiting vigilance. I am beginning to sense a tinge of pride growing within me. I did not expect you to turn out such a good and dedicated Reaper. If you keep this up, you will get far. You may be even promoted to a middle management position. Imagine the possibilities. Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
What ho! How can me humble and not at all adventurous self assist you today? Lord blimey, how did this wee monster even get here? 'Tis not really all that valuable plunder. Found the tiny fellow on the riverbanks of Styx itself. A lifeless, adorable thing. Can't imagine it being useful for anything. But sure makes delightful squeaks when ye stroke it. My, 'tis a true classic. See, me and me crew were sailing round the side polar terminus, freezing our nuts off. Blinding storms, icy blizzards. Them some ruthless times. Dog eat dog, they say. Or pirates eat pirates, more like. Got lucky to find a whole field of tundra cotton when we did. Made some cloaks to keep the bones warm. Much too warm nowadays, though. So you're more than welcome to it.
What a day, Grim. What a day. Let us go over your conduct first. Good. I see the correct amount of profiles. Today seems to be in order. Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices? Perhaps that is for the best. It may keep you connected to the world, holding off the indifference. But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them? Perhaps No, never mind. I have not found a way around the tradition, and I have been here a long time. This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans, do you not consider it unethical to make the choices you make? Yet you have no opportunity to elicit a change. It may sound unfair, but it is not. The office is perennial and venerated. Eons we have spent designing the appropriate methods and strategies. We know what we are doing. Oh, I do apologize for taking up so much of your time. Before you go, are there any questions you would like to ask me? Oh, not at all. In all and in none, yes. Humans have some free will, sure. They can make a variety of choices, yet what matters is that they cannot escape the inevitable. The life-threatening situations that bring them onto your desk are a result of their own deeds and decisions. Then there are some highly complex calculations, factors and aspects that influence the situation. But that is just a bit over your pay grade, so do not worry about it. Anything else? Ah, the children. They are a special case, for a different set of departments to deal with. You will not find any yourself. Countless. Myriad. Close enough. Anything else? Absolutely. All living beings have to be processed after the end. No escape. Even plants. Yes, there is a department for plants. Do not ask about the plant department. Anything else? Technically, kind of, I guess. Ruins are like a type of dead, but then again, they often feel so alive. I must ponder. This topic is a bit too abstract for now. Let us table it. Anything else? An astute observation. You see, Grim, our office does not operate on information about biological backgrounds or genetic composition. Minimal. Everyone you assess is simply human, after all, excluding any monumental error in normal procedure. The bottom line is that the humans end up on your desk and that you must follow the rules. Anything else? Right, it has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
Have ye seen such deals before? 'Tis ye who plunders me. Dear me, 'tis a tragic tale. Ye ever hear of the Dia de Mortos? A wild night, certainly. There we was, celebrating the passing of mi amigo. Several days later, woke up buried under a mountain of empty bottles. This mess stuck to me face. Never knew where it came from. But I will happily let the memory of me fellow buccaneer and me headache be carried by another.
Knock, knock. That's exactly the question, ain't it? We are the exalted Chimera, envied by all the blind, arrogant fools. We are Angst Ex Nihilo. We are nothing, a despicable failure. We are Elan Vital, the guide who won't lead astray, if only you learn to listen. We are death. How does it feel? No one has time, and yours already ran out. That's the crux of it, ain't it? Be seeing you, Reaver. It's a grim world out there.
Grim, it looks to be a rough day out there. New recruits often falter during dark time. Yet you seem to have performed adequately. How do you feel after such a day? Exactly. You and I are on the same page. We all do what is necessary, even if it makes us suffer. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened? Interesting. An insightful streak may yet rattle inside that skull of yours. Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Good patron, me ship of goods is at your service.
Huh? What do you want? A fresh-faced lemon head. Exactly what I wanted to see today.
Hey now, Gus, play nice.
Well, seems I'm stuck with you now. You want to ask questions or something? What's that supposed to mean? Why does everyone think ghosts are dead humans? Of course not! No! Ghosts aren't mere residue, a relic of humans, animals, or whatever other entities. We're just ghosts. We're beings unto ourselves. I am the ghost of a ghost. How do you think? I ghosted around a long while, doing my ghost business, and then one day, I died. I know what you're thinking now, and yeah, there is a ghost apartment. Northeasterly direction down on floor 133. Not too busy over at Geisthall though. Ghosts don't die that often. Comes with the territory. Something else you wanted? I'm the janitor. I clean up the damn mess you make. Ever looked in the mirror or thought about the clientele of this place? Where do you think the drink goes? None of you have a stomach. Anything you consume falls through the ribcage, straight to the floor. Yeah, you reapers hardly ever do. Always self-absorbed. Or could be at least a little more considerate. Gee, thanks. Something else you wanted? Simple. I float around and I possess stuff and make the stuff float into the trash bin. Like dust, for example. One dust particle at a time. Or the drinks. One droplet at a time. It's fine, I guess. Gives me something to do. As if the highest management ever gave any thought to us lowly drones. We're all nameless custodians and spawns to them. Literally. Don't forget us poor laborers when you're climbing the corporate ladder. Something else you wanted? Yeah, I gotta get back to work anyway.
Whoa, hello there. I'm Sari, and I welcome you to Cerberus's Den, the finest drinking establishment this side of the void. Sure as heck haven't seen you before. You must be brand new. Whoa, I could just eat that sugary face of yours. Extremely sweet. liking existence thus far. Gotta look on the brighter side of undeath, eh? I'm sure you never thought this is how you'll end up. Sometimes these are the cards we are dealt. Okay, newbie, before we continue, I got this little game I play with every fresh-faced patron. It's real simple. All you gotta do is answer a series of questions, and I'll craft a personalized drink inspired by what you said. It's like a quiz. Sourpuss. It'll reveal many secrets about you, I promise. Right, the gist. I'll describe some sort of an odd situation, and you answer how you react. I usually do 4 questions and nothing else to it. Here we go. Prepare for question number 1. After being tasked with creating a computer game about dating monstrous eldritch gods, you've come up with several characters. Which of the possible god beings is clearly the hottest and most dateable of the lot? Time for question number 2. On a stroll around the local forest, you happen upon an unfamiliar animal. Their leg is trapped in a devious trap and is bleeding profusely. The beast will likely not survive for long. How will you react? Next up, question 3. Almost there. Your friends got in deep trouble with the boss of a local criminal organization. Now a team of brutes are coming for you all. If you work together, you may be able to figure out this situation. What will you do? Alright, final stretch. As I said, 4 is all anyone ever needs, right? The globe has been struck with what can only be described as a zombie apocalypse. You're stuck at home with little supplies and no weaponry to defend yourself with. What is your strategy? We got it. Let me just calculate the results. We'll take that a moment. Leans to stability, prone to conformity. I've got the appropriate concoction in mind. Start off with a nice mixture: 4 centiliters of gin, 1 centiliter of elderflower liqueur, 1 centiliter of sugar syrup, 2 deciliters of club soda. Splash in some lime juice concentrate, add several slices of well-smashed cucumber and some peeled peppers. The quiz tells no lie. I think a suitable name would be Borehole. First one's on the house. Heck, an understatement of the century! Now what else can I get you? Oh, thanks. Mortimer found the original Oinker on an excursion to the Shrouded Zones. It's a bit of a hassle, though. Keeps multiplying all the time. You take your eye off for a second and bam, tiny piglets everywhere. Go on, take one. Just make sure you feed it with some coins once in a while. You've been chatting to our spooky one, eh? Don't mind the grump, it's a ghost thing. Gus especially has a pretty dang irascible nature, but there's a layer of performance to it. In truth, they've been hella helpful around the den throughout the ages, and I'm grateful for that. Besides, the office itself couldn't operate without Gus and company. What else you got in mind? Heck, were I able to count and name all the folks, you likely haven't fully realized the size of this place. You've got you Reapers and all the myriad departments, the Custodian Legion, the Weary data grinders of the Calculatorium, the abysmal archive with its archivists. Cadaver resources, they're just plain odd, but someone's got to deal with the internal issues. Middle management, nobody knows what they actually do. Higher management, but they don't visit us. Basically ever. Same with Fate. Many of the regular workers come by the den though, so keep your eyes and ears open. What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing? Interesting. Yes, your answer has been recorded for the psych eval. Now then, before the assessment, let us look over your daily conduct. I see the required profiles are all here. Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started. Yes? What about today? Oh, absolutely. Things are already looking up. Do not worry about it. Fixing the world is a slow process. So, keep at it. As long as you follow the rules, it will all get better. Now, where did I put those papers? Ah, here we go. Right. Looking at these stats, the numbers say your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. I am, sincerely, surprised and pleased by your display of loyalty. So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise. Of course, we do it for the excitement of paperwork. Speaking of, the raise also comes with a prize. The office is proud to present you with an award of excellence. Display it proudly on your workstation. Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow. Silly Grim. This was an evaluation period for a reason. Things will only get more severe. As such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. You have passed. That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Need ye cures for ailments or a trinket to ward off a curse? Used to belong to the ruthless Corsair Thaddeus Thatcher, this one. 'Tis the last existing item of a lost civilization. Mad Thad landed in their village, gathered up each and every one, sage and king and beggar alike, and let Lazy Luck through this very coin cast judgment on all. About half the civilization died that day, the rest doomed to a slow extinction. Then me crew laid upon Thad's war gallery near the gorge of the Telenor. The battle was merciless, but the treasure was most exquisite. Anyway, 'tis useful if ye can't decide what to eat for dinner. We don't really plunder educational organizations, eh? Ye can't rob the ideas hiding inside the brain. Well, usually. So where did I get these fancy scholarly glasses, ye ask? Once, they belonged to a royal merchant, whose caravan I held at gunpoint. So he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. 'Tis be a powerful artifact, turning one into a formidable business powerhouse. How'd ye think I got a hold of this shop?
Psst. How do you live with yourself? Okay, technically, you are not alive anymore. But maladies are ravaging the populace. Microbial forces having their way. Yeah? Just stop letting everyone down. The only real sickness here is you. Yeah, life's not fair, bonehead. You're probably powerless. Ain't anything you can do about it. Disease will spread until it engulfs all. Consider it a warning. That wasn't so good, was it? It's okay. We can figure it out, make it work. Crisp and clear like the azure pond at the forest glade. You were born for this. That's what fate keeps telling you, ain't it? It's very close, Grand Reaper. Be seeing you.
What do you think? Having a nice, relaxing drink? Who told you about the plant department? No one. is supposed to know about the plant department? Forget what you heard, Sonny. No such thing anywhere. Not gonna lose any sleep over that, Sonny. Ain't nothing to tell. We deny everything. Stop bothering an old plant, why don't you? Can we? Can we really? You're not gonna leave us alone otherwise? Yeah. Sonny, it's just a regular department. Not even that big, but it's very busy. What do you think? It's a department for managing plant life. There are a lot of plants. A lot. More than humans. Plants everywhere. We're real tired of folks asking about the plant department. Is why we visit the den on Sundays. Lowers the chance of bothersome busybodies with annoying questions. Who even gave you the idea the department is anything interesting? The boss? Sonny, we'd wager fate's just messing with you. Anything else? Seeing as we're now deep in the soil of inquiry? Okay, we see you got a keen mind, so we'll let you in on a secret. But you didn't hear this from us. Gotta promise you won't spill a bean. If at some point you break your word, beware. Our rhizome reaches far and wide, right into your room if need be. And these roots can rip the skull off a skeleton in an instant. Snap! Abso-heckin-lutely. Splinter your bones. Snappy snap. So listen closely. We're secretly developing a way for the Death Mark to create fungus-based undead who will devour the world. No, obviously we're super serious. Honestly, Sonny, we just use a knife. Me? I'm Herbert. You know, sort of like a herb-ert. A herb? I've always been Herbert. And the green fella holding me up. That's my pal, Tim. Tim's a real hoot. Say hello, Tim. Hello, Tim. Tim's my partner. All root, stem, and leaf. Sometimes they bloom and have the most delightful aroma. Then the bees from the bee department find us very attractive. Anything else? Of course. Makes perfect sense, don't it? Don't ask about the bee department. Anything else? Not in this lifetime, Sonny.
Hey, pleased to see you again. Ain't much happening here today. It's a slow Sunday. Anything I can get you? You mean my favorite pot chock full of plant department goodness? They usually drop in on Sundays due to an aversion of people, which is funny because they're really quite sociable. Personally, I love their quirky sense of humor. What else is there to say? Sure, what's your poison? What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Grim. Ah, yes, there you are. Good, good. Okay, now, listen up. Great work today. You fulfilled your tasks adequately, and all that. However, an emergency has occurred which requires my utmost attention, and I must depart for a couple of days. Yes, straight to the point. While I am gone, another will be in charge. Even though you passed the evaluation, I cannot leave you without any supervision. You will have more freedom, sure, but it is not limitless. Therefore, you will have to continue your daily reports as usual. I will be informed of your progress. Why, you are already acquainted. It will be Lady Portington, of course.
I know what you're thinking. I do provide ancient powerful widgets. Friend, your visit's like the sun, regular, and warms the room.
Hey there. Taken many lives lately? How are the others? The ones you haven't taken yet? Wondrous things have been built with the over-consuming mindset. Although, if they keep going, there will be nowhere left to build, nothing to build from, and no one to build for. The stench of poisonous rot slowly creeps into the air. A warning to heed. Psst! Hey, watch your step. The world is crumbling under your feet. You'll soon be the king of dust and rubble. Money is not important. Neither is education, culture. Welfare is meaningless. You're proving it to them the hard way. Scarcity creeps ever closer. That is the kingdom you rule. Think of it as a warning. All alone, Reaper. Power at your fingertips. It's electrifying. On your own. You know why? Because they're setting you up. They're hoping you'll mess up. And you will, because you're a fraud. Eat the blame, Reaper. You don't have what it takes to succeed. You're a void. I am. Keeping you on your toes, right? It's necessary. Eyes like a lighthouse, Reaper. Watch your back. Be seeing you.
Perhaps ye require a delightful gift for a significant friend.
Psst! Hey, we don't like what we see. It's suspicious. Puppet, cut the cords and see whose hand hovers above your head. What a wreck. Listen to us, Reaper, not the others. Yeah. Listen to me. To me! Shh. They're probably eavesdropping right now. Let's be off.
Yes, why is someone calling me through the office phone? The phone is for emergencies only. Hello? Hello? Damned contraption. Never works. Why do I even have it? Listen, whoever you are. It's probably Grim. Okay, whatever happened, whatever you did, you probably did not cause it all by your lonesome. Things always happen in the world, so, do not worry. You can always choose better tomorrow.
This port offers the best trades in the universe. Shiver me timbers, 'tis a tale most sordid. I dare not even recall the details, but since ye wish to hear it, I shall tell it forthwith. There I was, scouting some rickety office building downtown, and I saw this in an elevator. Went in, tore it out, and made a run for it. The device has immense power. Ye turn the knob, and infinite pleasant noises come from it. Some might even call it music. Blimey, we scoured nigh every inch for this calendar. Alas, mayhaps we raided too many merchantmen for it. 'Cause turns out, it weren't even on a ship. Still worth it for the annals work on any year. Filled to the brim with arcane squiggles and short omens between the numbers. And in the footnotes. Also includes the major holidays of 100 different civilizations and all the name days. I finally procured it from an old man on the steps of Acropolis.
Look at the march of death. Bones of the living, ground into dust. A dust storm that suffocates any remaining breaths. Gaze upon what you have brought, instrument of pain. Don't you think this whole business is remarkably dehumanizing? An uncaring office of eternal bureaucracy, picking and choosing lives. We know it, but do they? Do they know what they're doing? Throwing out innumerable rules and quotas with no oversight whatsoever. We should, shouldn't we? Let us know if you come eye to eye with a solution. And seeing you.
Ahoy, matey! What can old Mortimer offer ye today?
Hello? Hello? Lady Poddington, is Grim there? Oh, goodness. Grim, I heard that... I understand the job can be stressful, that these decisions do not come lightly. But you cannot let everybody live. Such actions will have serious consequences, even if you cannot foresee them. That is what I am for. Trust me, it will be for the benefit of everyone. Understood? What? Could you repeat that? All I hear is static. No matter. You know what the job entails, Grim. I implore you to take it seriously. The world needs to stay in equilibrium. I do hope we will not have to repeat this discussion in the future. Think before you act. That is all.
Avast ye! Pursue the finest booty you've ever seen.
Yes? The name is Frank Whittle. Well, I used to be spawn number 142, but sometimes you just wish you had a more memorable name. But I wanted to stand out more, you know. Oh, yes. It's not as exciting as it seems. Do you know about the butterfly effect? What if I'm that butterfly? Eh? Haphazardly fluttering around and then millions of souls perish in anguish. I don't want that on my conscience. I can't handle it. And that's the least of my problems. Last week someone put my stapler in a large jar of strawberry jelly. You're not getting it. I was devastated. And that's still not all of it. Last month I had to work in the dog department. But I love dogs. I know, right? And the people in the dog department, absolute bad apples. I was scared for the afterlife. I was. But you know, before that, someone filled my room with balloons. It was terrifying. They could all pop any second. And they did. Slowly. One by one, as I was trying to sleep. Look at my bony fingers. Eh? Look at them. The balloons would have popped even quicker. I have an inkling it's the one they call Lance Thrasher. Yes, and people keep telling me how great Lance Thrasher is. How fun they are to hang out with, how awesome they are, how amazing. How they tell the best jokes and get into the craziest shenanigans. Frankly, I don't understand what's so special about Lance Thrasher. So, I thought I had to let them know. I walked straight over to Lance and I told them that I don't find them riveting and I don't particularly care about their lame jokes. But then Lance just said, keep it real, and then went on to do a handstand on their desk. Everyone in the office started chanting their name. Lance, 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 Lance. And all those other things. The culprit keeps writing Thrasher was here on everything, with a marker. So, problem solver, what do you think? What should I do? Oh, suddenly you're an expert on me and my life. I won't be having this. Have a nice day.
Accentuate the morphological field. Some reclassification of the framing stratum. I should have known. Scaffolding of the antediluvian complex. Oh, maybe. Meta-resonance trigger. I'm the strange one, am I? Fairly put, I suppose. I am the prime curator of the Abysmal Archive, the archive of all existence. Or the bits I've managed to catalogue thus far. Did you know there is a lot of existence? More than you are able to conceive. Yet I see promise in you, Spawnling. So, let me tell you, a secret. You see, the archive sprouts a mind. Eons ago, incomprehensible to most. Those were the days. We were so young then, Faith and I. Two strapping lads. There was little in the archive initially, but it didn't take long for it to start growing, expanding. Pay attention. Don't get sidetracked. I can't allow you to mess with the structure of this dialogue. We must proceed on topic and in an orderly manner. Now, the archive kept expanding, until it achieved awareness of a sort. Consciousness. But not a kind you'll easily recognize and engage with. We couldn't foresee this happening, the awakening of the archive. Its development into a unique organism. Nothing much as far as we can tell. It just exists, expands, endures. The 3 E's? I'm skeptical of this being at all possible. The archive has grown beyond imaginable boundaries. What could damage the animated embodiment of existence? It has to be something greater than the archive itself, which even I must deem absurd. Alas, visitations are limited to professional archivists only. It calls to me, so I must return. I hope you enjoyed our talk.
always glad to see a returning customer. 2 weeks down and you're still kicking. Well done. Say, I've been thinking and, I was hoping you'd explain it to me, the process. I mean, how do you make the choices? How do you really decide who gets to live and who doesn't? Your dedication and diligence are noteworthy. Must take you a long time, though. Simple as that, eh? Okay, then another question I've been pondering about the process. Do you think about the people after you've made the decision? Or do you forget all about them after it's done? You know, even imagining it, it's like there's so much on the line. So much of everything. All of it makes me anxious as heck, and I ain't even the one choosing. Gazing upon the decision tree. How it branches out across infinity. Across space and time. Anyway, this has been enlightening. Thanks for the answers. Anything I can get you? Fate's cat? She's an adorable furball, ain't she? Always skulking around in search of mischief. She sneaks down here, too, so I feed her a few morsels. Almost unnaturally so. It's nice she keeps Fate company. Fate's archaic. All those aeons might not be good for the, you know, mentality. What else you got in mind? That's so. Well, most of us hear voices a lot of the time. Ah, wait, so you got a mirror that reflects back your own voice? Hey, it's fine to talk to yourself. I'm sure it's rough at the office. Vocalizing's gotta help process the thoughts and feelings, Or maybe it's your conscience trying to kick through the barrier. Becoming a Reaper ain't easy, so you haven't fully internalized the struggle, you're not happy with your work, or you sense something's off. But what do I know? I'm just a barkeep, so that makes me only half a therapist. Oh? What did this mysterious entity want? And you following, or what? You're already dead, ain't ya? What's the worst that could happen? Elsewise, truth be told, I'm of little help. I don't know what goes around in the office, I just own the den. What else you got in mind? The prime curator of the archive, you mean? They work down in the cellar, below Mortimer. I haven't met anyone so enamored with structure and organizations before. I guess it comes with the territory. You two ought to get along fine. Heck, just bond over the equilibrium and standardizations and the like. Maybe you should eventually apply for an archive job instead. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't think it works like that. The Abysmal Archive is a wild land, and not easy to enter. What else you got in mind? The prime curator of the archive? I haven't met anyone. Maybe you should eventually apply for... Nah, what else you got in mind? Sure, what's your poison? What else you got in... Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
I have returned. Did you miss me? Oh, who is adorable? Lady Portington? Who is? You are. Of course you are. You are a delightful scamp. Yes, you are. So, okay. Yes. Today is your 2-week performance evaluation. But before that, we must quickly check your daily conduct. Where did I place those papers, please? Where are you? Ah, here we go. Right. Seems to be correct, or whatever. Let us proceed to the more important evaluation. No, I would not say that. In essence, you are a solid and dedicated worker. You play by the book. You do what you are told. There is little to criticize in your conduct, except perhaps for the minor lack of independence. Of course, great care goes into calculating the equilibrium. But is that all that matters? One might expect at least an inkling of rebellion. Does an autonomous personality hide anywhere within your skull? You are dependable, faithful, trusted. Is that all you are content with? Now, obviously, you are to be granted a small bonus. No one can argue you have not earned it. Keep it up. The ultimate evaluation is in 2 weeks.
Hey, Grimmy. Pleased to see you again. Are you still wearing the same attire from before? Oh, gross. It's been ages. It's not that expensive. Alright, maybe you're not one for fashion. I've got just the thing to help you out. Something I've been holding for a special case. A cool visage to make your day. Check it out later. Crisis averted. Not much else happening on this quiet Sunday, though, so I appreciate you dropping in. What's on your mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Back from her booty, are ye? Well, blow me down, lad. 'Tis the arcane fibbledy scoop of some wizard whose name I ne'er got. All clicks and crackles and bibbles and bops. Found it scale in a tower, used as a rat trap. The wee buggers couldn't get enough of it. Playing so hard they forgot about frivolous things, like food or sleep. 'Tis a remedy for restless fingers and idle hands.
Good evening, Grim. I hope you are doing well. I forgot to ask you yesterday, how did it feel going through almost a whole week on your own? The anguish of existence. Well, let us quickly go over the usual administrative matters. The papers. I see you have marked the appropriate number of profiles. Yay. Honestly, this corporate mandate is growing a bit tiresome. Oh well, what must be done? Speaking of, yesterday marked a significant moment in your career. Are you content with your evaluation? Oh, the fancy of my imagination. Take it as a metaphor. This reminds me, have you any questions? It has been a while since we had a personable dialogue. The complexity of time. Imagine that it is not a fixed and stable entity. I am sure you did not think only 15 days have passed since your arrival. Considering the frequency and magnitude of events in your moderately sized region, time is an inconsistent flux. While you rest, days, weeks, months may pass at different intervals. Profiles from diverse moments appear on the same day, interlaced, within a rhizome of time and space stretching beyond mere 4 dimensions. That is why causal links are difficult to establish, and the equilibrium is of unfathomable complexity. Anything else? What do you mean? Oh, nothing of the sort. The world, and the people therein, create the situations themselves without our interference. Our datamongers assemble, collate, and examine wide swathes of data, and calculate the parameters for the necessary equilibrium. We do not directly cause deaths, although our choices can modify the structure slightly. In a sense. But this is certainly not a one-to-one sequence of causal links. You should consider, time works a bit differently in here. Anything else? You are a death spawn. I crafted you out of different materials. The store and places. Anything else? No. I am instead particular to this game called Go. Aesthetically pleasing, less violent and imperialistic. Anything else? Oh, one more thing. It was nice of you to gift Lady the little gerbil. I am sure she appreciates it. Although, personally, I am growing rather tired of the incessant squeaking. Yes, what is odd about it? But of course. The toy is crafted with magic, of course. It holds the essence of a living little beast inside that rubber core. No, what is done is done. If you not listen to me at all, your actions have consequences. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Shiver me timbers! Ye sure can't get enough of the Emporium! Avast! This tale is beyond reproach. We were sailing the high seas when we found a shipwreck full of these off the coast of the Wild Wakes. 'Twas power to erase even the most dreadful of mistakes. Used it to erase one of my risky love letters. And you know what? Never heard from the love interest again. Amazing little thing.
Yes, you did it, Reaper. You have achieved. Your grandeur grows with every passing moment. Soon we'll be but mere motes beside your blazing glory. Nothing. I wouldn't dare say a thing, Your Majesty. Carry forth your deed of darkness, Reaper. But stop before it's too late. Already getting a bit late as we speak. The dusk nears.
I am disappointed. I had hoped to avoid having this discussion a second time. Must I reiterate myself? You cannot mark every person to death. If too many perish, the results will be disastrous. It will undo the whole plan. an accident where you marked every single profile to die and sent them in? A lengthy and intricate mistake to have happen. Do not consider me a fool. You must better yourself. This will be noted down as your second warning. There will not be many more. Good night, Grim. Gather your wits before you act. Deathspawn, I have been ruminating on the humans. They vex me. Why do they exist? Their presence still seems unnecessary. Would it all not be simpler without them? Perhaps we do still hold some control over the levers. To put us right out of business, and you out of existence? Would you really trade yourself for them? What a time it would be for us all. A peaceful time. Ah, never mind my ramblings. I acknowledge your patience and loyalty. I am all ears, Grim. Exceptional. Well, I appreciated the discourse. Good night. Oh, right. Slipped my mind. Well, if it is that important to you. It seems you marked the proper amount of profiles. Well done and all that. Now depart. I have things to contemplate.
Ye drive a hard bargain, matey, but Mortimer does love a good scupper. Feast your eyes upon this spiky boy. Ye wouldn't believe how long I searched for it at the exalted land of cacti, just to get me phalanges on one knees. Finally unearthed it at the white desert of Mub. It did not start there, however, you see. 'Tis a traveling cactus. Ye never see it move, but boy does it get around.
Grim, I cannot recall if I told you of my idea to become a writer. Well, either way, I may have come to a conclusion. Appreciate it. Now, you might find this shocking. Truly, I have decided to set myself upon the path of grand artistry. I shall compose a novel most illustrious, one that will explain everything. Certainly, once it is finished, you will be the recipient of the first copy of the first printing. Anyway, we have some official business to take care of, yes? A tedium of profiles. Nothing amiss here, as far as I can see. Your adherence to the rules is admirable. Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be engraved tonight.
Batten down the hatches. 'Tis a storm of sails.
Hey there. What you up to, killer? Can't do that. I'm deeply ingrained. The suffering. How many lives have you taken? Do you even count? Starting to look a bit grim, ain't it? I guess that's already in the name. Grim Reaper. The great engine of life always stops. Someone's gotta stop it. Just happens to be you, directly in control. No wonder fate picked you for the crafting pot.
Grim, why are you here? Oh, right. The daily... always in positions when I have important research to perform. Let us get on with it. I see the exact amount of profiles necessary. Good job, I guess. Yes, that should suffice, I imagine. Questions. Questions, Grim. Fine. I have trouble finding inspiration anyway. Perhaps your questions will assist me. Make sure they are deep and meaningful. No idea. Our immortality precludes us from such knowledge. Yet, I imagine it would be a pleasant release. In that case, at least one only dies once. But more likely, death is just nothingness. And nothing being nothing, has no inherent positive or negative effects. Any other questions? Not in the sense that humans consider it, no. Grim, that is just stupid. Because they seem to find themselves in life-threatening situations all the time? Life is unpredictable and lacks an innate meaning. I imagine it is up to them to make their lives meaningful, even if it sometimes ends up being fatal. Any other questions? Unlikely. Art does seem an attempt of immortalization, as humans feel the ever-present breath of death. A hybrid of entertainment, meaning-making, and the preservation of a facet of identity, carved into matter that might outlast the being itself. At least until all matter ceases to be. Any day now. Any other questions? Grand. Goodbye, Grim. The muse beckons.
Cord blimey! You're looting all me wares. Ye know why I was the scourge of the seas? 'Cause ain't nothing out there that frightens me. Once we looted an ancient tomb for gods and kings long forgotten. And you know what, matey? Found there the most particular set of ears. Wearing 'em gives ye supernatural hearing. Happened to overhear a mutineer plot that very night. So I threw 'em all right overboard. Plotting with the fishes now they are.
Haha, Grim, jolly good. As you may have noticed, I am absent. I decided for a short vacation. It is a weekend, after all, and the free time will be essential for research. For the novel, yes? Hello, Grim, are you there? Curse this useless apparatus. It never works when I need it. You may be wondering about who is in charge. I did consider leaving dear Lady Portington again, but my hiatus is only momentary. I am sure you can manage these few days. But what of the conduct overview, you may be thinking? To be honest, I cannot be bothered at the moment. I am certain you have done well enough. Now, I must go submerge myself. Toodles, Grim.
You're such a scoundrel. There should be a bounty on your head.
Damn, stranger. Your makeup skills are out of this world. I don't think I've seen you here before. Let me guess. You're in the... human department, right? I mean, the dark circles, the vibe like you haven't slept for 1,000 years. Don't worry, stranger. It gets easier. At least it did for me. For you see, I'm also in the human department. Thanks, I guess. So, I figure you've been here a while by now. How do you feel about the work we do? Hang on. How do you know how humans are doing in their realm? Don't tell me you're actually using that Cocker app to keep track of what's happening. I haven't opened it in years. It's the little app on your phone that shows you what's going on in the world. You've looked at your phone, right? No. I mean, I used to, but nothing interesting ever happened. The instructions are the same every day anyway. Kill all door-to-door salespeople. And what do I see in the app? The door-to-door salespeople died. Great! So very engaging. And that's followed by the stories of downright horrible things happening everywhere. No thanks. Do they, though? Do they really? Or is it an illusion? Congratulations? Huh, I've seen the boss, like, once. Not gonna happen. I bet it's all part of Fate's grandiose plan. The Equilibrium. And who am I? A mere spawn to question it. I just do what Fate tells me to. The decisions are not mine to make. Have you ever heard the inspiring story of Skullifus? I'm guessing you haven't, since it happened way back when we still used rubber stamps instead of markers. Okay, so Skullifus spent all day, every day, stamping profiles to live or die. They got a grandiose case of carpal tunnel from all that stamping, but still they kept on going. Every day they'd receive a heap of new profiles, which were basically the same as the ones they'd stamped the day before. Almost as if powering through the carpal tunnel wasn't making any difference. Almost as if it wasn't worth it. Sound familiar? In any case, they kept going. Kept on stamping. Because they had to. Because when you give up, the cosmos, that meaningless entropy, it wins. And I'm never gonna let that happen. Even if it means doing the exact same thing. Day in, day out. That's it, stranger. It inspires me to wake up every day. Besides, as long as the coins keep coming, can we really complain? Yeah, real soon I'm gonna complain about how long it takes the bartender to make me a dang drink. You mean, what? Ignore my instructions? Won't that get me, like, instantly fired? I could start sparing some of these door-to-door salespeople, maybe. Ah, what the heck. I'll do it. Time for some of these salespeople to live at last. They seem harmless enough. Thanks for the chat, stranger. I'm off to sow some chaos. See you later. I hope.
Look at that. It's a hatchling. I guess they let all sorts work here nowadays. The assemblage must be decay. Yet one must welcome the dregs, one must. What brings you to Florian the Eradicator? I'm that efficient in bringing annihilation to the herd. One fell swoop, judgment has arrived. Oh, if only I could hear them wail and weep, cursing the injustice of a cold grave. Not that you understand. Still, fate expects us to be polite to one's colleagues because it advances synergy and improves long-term morale. I suppose I must then do my best to enlighten you on whatever matters are bothering you today. I am the best and brightest of the bunch. When I aim for the jugular, I do not miss. With blood and guts, I will paint my magnum opus on the canvas of cosmos. All flesh is temporary. We here provide the herd with an escape from their meat prison. It is called salvation, or at least the closest thing they'll ever get. Of course not. Rules to follow and quotas to fill, as we all must, even if I consider management far too lenient. I just make sure to enjoy every slash and stab. Take pride in a successful exit. For that is what we are born to do, yes, we Deathbringers. Oh, unthinkable. You mean to suggest I go against fate's rules and kill more people? A lot more. All of them. I mean, it'd be amazing, yeah. A glorious day. But, such fantasy. I can bide my time until their atrophy. Ciao, little hatchling. Lessons learned, off you go.
Why, if it isn't the young Grimster. Back again to delight my eye. Oh, so 3 weeks down already. That's quite an achievement. Say, how's the grind been treating you since our last chat? About how you feel about the whole thing? Doubts about the power bestowed into your hands and how you affect so many lives every single day? Makes me uneasy. Can I be sure my choices have the correct results? Like there's a tinge of arbitrary design in the darkness? Heckin' scary! One ought to heed instincts in collaboration with reason. Sounds twice as powerful to me, yeah? But what do I know? I'm just the barkeep. So what can I get you? That one? Heck. What can I say that you won't glean on your own? They try to act all suave on the surface, but truth be told, they're a proper jerk. At least when it comes to the job. Can't say I trust their judgment too much. Nothing to it. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't often disparage patrons of the Den. We have here a shared experience. Here's to hoping they won't cause some sort of a major blunder. What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Grim, you would not believe the fun I am having. Such a transformation from the monotony of the office. It almost makes it all seem worthwhile. Yes, you expect your daily summary, but I still cannot find it in me to burden myself with this matter. So, off you go.
Doubloons will get ye anything, mate. By Jones' coffer, the slimy appendage is still here? I shudder at the very memory. Did not know which way was up, which way was down, where to step forward. The walls, they were everywhere. I grabbed what I could and ran as fast as me feet could go. As I emerged from the darkness, I found myself standing in the middle of a carnival. Truly a nightmare.
Welcome back, Grimmy. Always a pleasure to see you around. We here here. Got another quiet Sunday on our hands, though. No action at all. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
I dreamt the bags of sickly meat and brittle bone ceased to exist, collapsed into a pile of bone meal and bubbling innards juice. From the mulch rose a new, better human being, much more capable of living, unburdened by weak, spindly ligaments and fragile respiratory systems. It's an image that raises more questions than it solves. You imagine a golden trim to a rotten shack. We're not here to help, but to reflect. Be seeing you.
Grim? Because you do not need one, and because I say so. Now, let us not waste time and get on with it. Right. I see the exact amount of profiles requested. At least someone seems to be up to their task. Oh, whatever. Why am I livid? Because the rest of highest management thought it necessary to remind me that taking sudden leave is detrimental to our aspirations. Because they thought to admonish me for taking a couple of days to perform important research. Because, as was reminded, the saying goes, now, how was it? Nothing in life is more certain than... Yes, exactly. Either way, the nerve they have to lecture me on how to do my job. No matter, Grim. I apologize for taking it out on you. Good night.
Yo ho ho! What can old Mortimer provide ye with today?
Is your hand tired? Are your fingers getting stiff? You've been clicking around for quite a while. On all the things you see scrolling by before your eyes. Perhaps the screen is too bright, the sound's too loud. No, it's you who died and found your way here. To the office, where you belong.
Grim, welcome. You know, pursuing my art has given me insights. I have been thinking of humanity, of mortality, their importance, worth, and meaning. A disarray of thoughts. Listen, is death really such a bad thing? It would be better for everyone. In fact, do these humans even truly exist? Their ephemeral being leads to no relevant outcome. It is all transient, no matter what they do or achieve in life. They exist in a state of hubris and arrogance, considering them the center of the universe. Yet without them, the sun still sets and rises. Stars explode, galaxies form, or get torn apart. There are departments even for these events. Humans are not the be-all, end-all pinnacle of creation. They are small and insignificant, yet full of themselves. The grandeur of everything will not get superseded by specks of nothing. It matters not how they live through their subjective experiences, millions upon billions of them, everyone considering themselves unique. And technically they are, I suppose, on a minor scale, yet also exceedingly similar. copying each other, living through similar events with similar while the universe is full of endless wonders they cannot and will not even experience or perceive ever. Their presence is not even necessary to validate these events outside their subjective experience or understanding. Do you know the saying, Grim? If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it... Good, yes. Imagine that. Life reduced only to some human vicinity. The ultimate height of arrogance ingrained in them. To imagine their presence to be paramount. The tree does not only sound, it has been sounding a long time. It has grown without anyone present. It has lived a life. None of this requires humanity to be there to bear witness. Fine, let me gather the files. I certainly put them somewhere. Here. Oh, yes, you absolutely did everything correct today. Such meticulous profile work. Happy? Sometimes I do not comprehend you at all. Well, that concludes our meeting. Good night, Grim.
Mighty, 'tis an utmost pleasure to see you again.
The beginning. It has the sweet taste of deliverance. Every blade of grass, every ray of light. It is a captivating day, is it not, Grim? No. Indeed. Alas, transformations often require sacrifices. Do you agree? My high spirits leave me at a loss for words. Who cares, Grim? They are a bore. What you always do, Grim. It is your job to take care of the world. I trust you to make the correct choices. I, myself, must concentrate. The muses have struck me. They beckon. Work to be done while there is still time.
If I ever return to the seas, I'd have ye on me crew anytime. The base the marble plate of yore. The arms melted from the cannons of a galleon. A socket, a shell of a ferocious sea monster. The shade made from the skull of the beast of Hogward. The coil bent from the thorns of a rose bush in Guyana. I, me drinking buddy, a master electrosmith, built this illuminator. He also loved to spark me drink and laugh gleefully when me whole jaw sizzled. Pranked him right back by knocking his teeth out.
Grim, I find myself at an impasse. Lend me your thoughts. Should my prose be more experimental? Or should I stick to traditional narrative techniques? No, not really. I have been most occupied. Oh, fine. Let us take a look at the situation. My, so much chaos. Pain and suffering are off the charts. What is, well, reanimated corpses running around consuming the flesh of other humans? They are unstoppable, brutal death machines. Astounding. And it all stems from a singular patient zero, Caleb Sadi Rondeau. Sometimes what can I say? Things do not seem to be going well at all. Are you sure? You are but a grain in this cosmic process, lacking the complete picture. What is done is done. These are the consequences you must live with, while you still live. Off to work, Grim. Certainly you have no time to waste now.
How many times have we met? I lost all count. Ever been to the land of dunes, ye scallywag? There be ancient civilizations under the sand sometimes. Once I dug out this particular golden icon. All while I was digging, the owls of the World Eater rang in my ears. But I persisted. Dug until me fingers cracked. No stopping. Till the riches were secured. Ah, 'tis truly a wondrous thing. Turns your own head into a jackal's, it does.
Psst! Hey! What, pray tell, happened to the world? Sure you do. It's the culmination of all your choices. Do you know the story of the Wyvern and the Prince Consort? Of course you do. A young, quick-witted Prince Consort was once kidnapped by a Wyvern. Using their gift of charm, they tried to alter the ways of the Wyvern in order to save their lands. Soon, the beast and the prince found resonating ideas and ambitions. They molded the land in rather inept ways, whilst thwarting attempts of rescue by the Queen. Then the Wyvern, tired of the desolation, ate the prince and flew away. Yes. Yes. It doesn't matter if your mistakes were countless or few, as long as you learn the lesson. We are thankful of our time together, even as it's quickly running out. It'll be pretty horrible from here on out.
Hello, Grim. I have been absorbed in my work. Tell me, how goes it out there in the wilds? Really? Glancing at the report backlog, things do not seem to be getting any better out there. Wild bands of animated corpses roaming the streets, attempting to break through the barriers of the survivors' compounds. My, it truly looks like the end. I am giddy with anticipation. All seems to be outside our timid grasp already. Goodness, look at the time, Grim. Precious moments wasted. Enjoy your night.
Ever wonder if there's a way to do things differently? A spooky tale if there was one. Stumbled upon a Gothic-like castle during me travels once. Seemed like good looting at first, but nay, a monster hunted them corridors. Head large and round, eyes shining like two lamps aflame. 'Twas paralyzing. Never have I been so frightened of anything in me life. Turns out, it was the Baron who'd got the curse of the were-pumpkin. Only happens during full moons, though. And even then, only 1 month a year. So 'tis not much of a curse.
You've done well, Grand Reaper. Yeah, wasn't believable at all. We lack the imagination to pretend this is a world where you were competent. So, what comes next? Depends on the perspective. I'm sure the world thinks otherwise. You can relax now. No one left to ruin everything, and nothing left to ruin. If such a button existed, it'd obviously be called, like, New World Plus. Go on, Oddball. Nothing else to wait for. Sums you right up. Either devastating mediocrity or destructive apathy. We've reached the end. In general, I mean. Not with us. We will never leave you. As long as there is a you, there will be us. Until the next round.
It is growing quieter, Grim. Not much left now. An immaculate execution. The work of an artist. Ravenous corpses still roam around, searching for the final survivors. Once finished, they will also slowly perish. Not a trace remains. There could be some sort of a metaphor for gluttony in this. Anyway, and crucially, my book is nearing completion. Soon enough. Patience, my friend. Leave me to my grand labor, Grim. Tomorrow we shall deal with the final matters of this office.
What ho, mighty! At last we meet here, the finest tavern in all the lands. Ye know, I'm reminded of the time me and me crew were sailing around the Cape of Ill Omen. And corresponding to the name, a mighty storm or a brewing right on the horizon. Shook our ship to and fro. Many of me mates swept into the icy depths of the unforgiving ocean. Aye, the sea's a cruel mistress, no ways about it. A sudden, we're struck upon by the dread Corsair Darius Greybeard, me nemesis. One of many, truthfully. A furious battle ensued, cannons blasted, full broadside, heavy damage dealt to me faithful ship. Soon Darius and I engaged in hand-to-hand combat. Stab, slash. The Grey, along with his head, ransacked the rival craft and set it ablaze. 'Tis the finale of many a pirate's out there, you know. Less glamorous than one may expect. Absolutely, ye scallywag. Old Mortimer's always willing to hear tales of glorious exploits. I see. 'Twas a most remarkable tale. A marvelous memoir. A fabulous fable. It even brought up an empty void we all feel sometime. In return, I have for ye a gift. This here contraption's called a phantasmalizer. Use it to measure the many spirits ye have imbued into your gullet. Handy after any visit to the tavern. 'Twas a great pleasure to have your attention. Time to head back to me emporium. Commerce awaits.
Hey, if it isn't my good pal Grimoire. Heck, has it already been a month? Feels like you just got here a couple hours ago. Word is, you've caused a huge mess out there in the world. Everything's like burning, drowning, dying all at once. Thought you had it locked down. I suppose you'd just have to live with it then. A ruin on your hands, the office disgraced. I don't think there's a redemption arc out of this one. That there's a mystery I can't help you with. I ain't privy to the intricacies of the work upstairs. Maybe you'll figure it out someday. Eventually. I wonder what's going to happen with the office, now that you've got very little left to do. It's a plan, I can give you that. Maybe not the best, but something. Might be time to get that last drink, huh? Sure, what's your poison? What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Time's running out, friend.
Grimace returns to our humble establishment. You know, nothing much happens on Sundays, but you still keep dropping by the den. Say, you got the hots for me or something? Ooh, understandable. Can't let anything slip by unnoticed. Well, enjoy another lazy Sunday. What can I offer you? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Aye, the end is nigh. It's been quite a run, hasn't it?
The last day, Grim. The last choice. So, how did you choose? So very factual, as usual. One human is not enough to save the species, after all. But we ought not prolong the suffering of the last one. No need for such cruelty. That would seem fairly obvious by now, I gather. The great dying is by my design. It is true, I do not love humanity, not a bit. But why, you ask? I have grown tired of it all. This tedious existence, these humans, the endless tirade of death. It is all meaningless, you see. An endless loop of monotony that I cannot escape, that we cannot escape. Do you know how long I have been doing this? I barely remember myself. I am exhausted and sick of it all. I wish to stop, but no one can leave until the job is done. But if the great dying claimed them all, then I could be free and claim the rest I deserve. So, I helped the great dying along, piece by piece. No need for an equilibrium. This office will not be necessary, and we can all fade away. Your hollow judgment is insignificant at this point. Off you go, Grim. Do what you wish with these final hours. We will not be meeting again.